Okay, so a little while ago I bought the DJI Osmo Action. I did an initial unboxing and first thoughts review on this little action camera, and I'll link that in the description below and pop a card somewhere here. And this is the camera itself. So I've had a little bit of time now using it in a few different environments, and this video is my thoughts on it, what I think you can get from this camera. Spoiler alert, it's a really, really capable little 4K action camera. So let's get into it. So this is also where I think this camera can be used. I think in a car, you could use it in the car. Obviously you've seen some time lapses, bits that I've done using it sort of facing outwards. Use it to face inwards. I don't see why you couldn't do maybe a car review or something like that with a couple of these set up and dotted about the place. So yeah, I feel this is another solid option for the Osmo Action. You could use this about the car, particularly for people maybe doing car reviews or even car salesmen trying to sell cars, obviously, because they're not going to be selling bread, are they? Car salesmen generally sell cars. That's the job of a car salesman. So, you know, if they want to go and buy this camera, that'll help. Maybe, who knows. So yeah, that for me is one of the really good uses to this little action camera. You can sort of mount it in and about the car. You can have it facing outwards. So I took some shots recently and did some time-lapse footage of me driving to a particular shoot location, and I think it came out really well. The one thing to note is that in the first sequence of me being within the car, is the lighting was really bad. In terms of, we were dealing with really low level light in quite a woodland area, so it doesn't necessarily look the best in low light scenarios, but it was a really good test for the camera. So it gives you an idea of what you can expect to get literally straight out of the box. There's no editing in post, there's no color correction, there's nothing done to this image. What you see is exactly what you would get had you get the camera. And so this is where the forward facing screen really comes into play, like that you wouldn't have with, say, a GoPro or something like that. It enables me to be able to just quickly see that I'm in frame, I'm in focus, and it gives you loads of options to do nice little twirls. Very nice. So yeah, hopefully the image looks okay. Again, for this review, I won't be doing any adjustments whatsoever in post. It will literally be what you see is what you get. You know, I'll click record, bang, and I'm straight into it. So yeah, decent. So yeah, I think as a vlogging camera, having that front-facing screen is a bit of a game changer, really. I know the GoPros don't offer you that, so I think if you had it at sort of this sort of setup, maybe with a selfie stick, I don't know, do people still use these? I don't know, but that's an option. And the only thing I think, if you were to go for that adapter that I mentioned in the video, and I will link that in the description below, is I don't know if it would fit with the case on it, so I'll have to have a look at that and let you know. But yeah, I think as a vlogging camera, it's really good. As I said in the video, there's been no adjustment to the audio levels or the image quality or anything like that. It was in a woodland area and it was low light, so that's something to bear in mind with the picture quality there. And that's probably my favourite feature with the Osmo Action, is the time-lapse and hyperlapse functions. The level of customization that you can do within it in terms of setting the duration and the manual, and how intuitive it is and how easy it makes it for you to determine the length of video you actually want to get. And what we'll do is we'll jump right into the menu so you can see how easy it is to actually adjust the settings to suit the length of video that you want. So this is the screen itself. You can just tap in the bottom left and that brings up the functions menu. So if you select time lapse, swipe up from the top, there you can see your intervals and also the duration, and it gives you the video duration based on the parameters that you set, which is really smart. So if you've got a piece of footage that you want to be a certain amount of time long, then this enables you to get the right settings in place in order to do that. Same with the hyperlapse, up from the bottom, so you've got 10 times, 15 times or 30 times, and you can adjust the resolutions. So nice and easy to use. So hopefully that video has given you a couple of ideas as to different uses for the little Osmo Action. I think it's a really good option. There's a few reasons why. I really like the forward facing screen, so if you want to actually vlog, you can do that with this camera. There's a couple of other things that I think are really well thought out, and that's the removable lens cap or the screen, so you can literally just unscrew that. Now if you get that all scratched up or dinged up, you can literally buy a replacement. And another really nice feature of it is the fact that it's waterproof. I still find it really nice and surprising, and still I don't know, there's something about putting a 300 quid camera into water that just blows your mind. Obviously you saw in the clips Jack was able to pop it onto the end of the selfie stick, and about 2 seconds after I said it was waterproof, it ended up in the paddling pool. So Jack obviously got a lot of enjoyment out of it. And the other thing is I was able to mount it to Molly as well. And Molly is the dog. So there's so many different variations and ways that you can use this camera. I just find it a really important piece of camera kit. And the good thing now with having this camera and having owned it now for a few weeks is that it's now going to be a mainstay within my camera equipment, along with my mirrorless and my Osmo Pockets. I just find it such a diverse camera that can be used in such a range of different scenarios that it's almost an essential piece of filmmaking kit. So it's definitely something that any aspiring filmmaker, videographer or photographer should definitely consider when they're looking to start up. And so I've had a lot of fun filming this over the last couple of weeks. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video too. If you did and you found some value here, if you want to hit that like and subscribe button, it really helps me to push the channel and help it grow. I'm constantly looking for feedback as well, so if you've got any feedback, please pop it in the comments below, because this channel as always grows through your feedback and through the audience's comments and what they'd like me to do next.